The 26th of October, I had a severe accident. I was mowing the lawn and essentially I came off the lawnmower. I could feel myself falling off the mower, so instinctively I put my foot down to try and stop me from falling, and my foot collided obviously with the mower, and yeah, that's essentially what happened. So as that happened, obviously the mower went over my foot. I then came off the mower completely, and the mower that we have, and I'm not sure if all mowers are like this, but the mower that we have just accelerates on its own. So there is no accelerator, it just goes. There's only a brake. So unless you're on the mower using the brake, the mower will just go on its own. So essentially that is what happened as well, is I fell off after my foot had collided with the mower. I was then on the ground, and obviously I looked up and could just see the mower still moving on its own, and it just kind of did this lap. So this is me, it just kind of did this big lap around my body, and went headfirst into the embankment, and that's how it ended up stopping, because it physically couldn't go anywhere. So that's basically what happened. I then was on the ground, I screamed for help. I remember in that moment thinking that I can't possibly scream loud enough for anyone to be able to hear me. I've since learned that obviously that wasn't true. Everyone has told me that the screams were very loud, but to me in that moment it just felt like I couldn't scream loud enough to get any help to me quick enough. My wife fortunately was in the backyard at the time, so she did hear me. She came running, she was the first one to me. All of my neighbours, most of my neighbours came out as well. And I just remember looking across on my neighbour that lives across the road from me. I just remember her running towards me. And as she's running, she's taking her top off. And I just remember thinking, what is she doing? And then she immediately just jumped into action and wrapped her t-shirt around my leg as a tourniquet and just tried to stop the blood flow. And then I remember two other guys coming towards me as well, and they had belts on, fortunately, so they both took their belts off as well. And essentially that's what saved my life. Without those tourniquets and without those people helping me, my outcome could have been extremely different. I ended up having to get airlifted to the John Hunter Hospital, which is our local major hospital. So I ended up having to get airlifted there. I had 3 surgeries in total. So the night that I had or the day that I had my accident, I had a surgery that night, and I think at that stage the intent was to try and save my foot. It wasn't till the next morning that I found out, unfortunately, that there wasn't really anything that they could do to save it, and the only option was for me to get a below-knee amputation. So even though I only damaged my foot, I had to get a below-knee amputation and lose sort of half my leg as well.